You've got a small part storage problem, and I've got the solution right here. And I'm going to show you how to build this. We're talking about small parts and items like components, beads, thingamajiggies, and you've no way to sort and store them. But the first part of the solution are these small parts storage boxes or organizers, which we're all familiar with, right? But then even these can add up and become a problem in themselves. So the second part of the solution is this, a scalable storage system for these boxes. I had a pressing need for this type of storage, and I was sort of limited in where I could place a dozen or more of these boxes, but it's by re-examining my workspace that I discovered some underutilized prime real estate. This section of wall behind me, right here, where a guitar amp lived. Let's wind back to the first part of the solution. These storage boxes. These boxes have a width of 10 3/4 inches, depth is 7.5, and they're 1 3/4 inches thick. Since this is what I have, any measurements I give for the construction of the storage system are for these boxes. Whichever brand you settle on, ideally you'd use a set of matching containers. Maybe buy a few more if they're on sale. These are about $11 for a pack of 3 at Home Depot by Anvil. Now about that storage system. In a perfect world, I'd be building this in fine woodworking person fashion, but that would require a budget, time, and talent. So I'm making this entirely out of 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch MDF and glue.
I'm a duct taper, not a carpenter.
So yeah, the plan was 2 of these side by side. There's 1/8 of an inch in the center, 1/4 inch on the outside, 1/4 inch on the outside. Then we've got the spacers, 1/8, 1/8 on both sides, and the central divider, and another 1/8 here, another 1/8 here. That is nice and tight, giving me, I've got 22.5. Yeah, very, very tight. That doesn't give me a lot of slack, but we can work with that. Yeah, and height, I think we've got a winner right here. I think this is like 2 inches, exactly 2 inches high. Let's do this. Like pretty much all boxes, this unit has 4 sides, a top, bottom, and 2 sides. There's also a back panel to stabilize, a central divider, and shelves held in place by spacers glued along the side panels on the insides. Once painted and screwed to the wall, yeah, you might have noticed I didn't paint the back or other portions that were up against the wall. Even the top of the shelves, which we can't see. The storage boxes will protrude by about 1 inch for easy access. The finished assembled cabinet is 22 3/4 inches wide by 15 5/8 inches high. If you would like to build an exact replica of this unit to house 14 Anvil organizer boxes like the ones I showed you, here are the pieces of MDF you need to prepare. Top and bottom, 2 pieces of 1/4 inch cut at 22 3/4 by 6.5. The sides, 2 1/4 inch at 15 5/8 by 6.5. The center divider is 1/8 inch MDF, 15 1/8 by 6 1/4. Back panel is 1/4 inch MDF, 15 1/8 by 22 1/4. The shelves, you'll need 12 of these, are 1/8 inch MDF at 11 1/16 by 6 1/4. Top and bottom liners, you'll need 4. They're exactly the same as this. The spacers, you'll need 28. They're 1/8 inch MDF, 2 inches by 6 1/4. If you need more storage and you want to add more storage trays, you just ramp this up as wide and as high as you want. I'm limited in how wide I can build this because I won't move this unit and I don't want to overlap the window. It does, but minimally. That's one of the reasons I'm using very, very thin materials. I'm jumping ahead to when I'm gluing in this fourth right here and last series of spacers. Now that I have myself a Woodworker's glue roller applicator, because the first three sections were done with a silicone spatula, the type you use to frost a cake. And it was a bit of a shit show. And I'm still not sure those sequences will make it into the final cut of this video. We'll see. I'll find a better way. Fine woodworking, if you hadn't noticed, isn't really my thing. But this isn't wood. And it certainly isn't fine. We'll let the glue dry. It's been like a minute. Should be okay. Oh, okay. I love the smell of wood glue in the morning. This storage solution has the potential to become a game changer, a paradigm shift, increasing your core competency, which streamlines your workflow. This is a value-added, synergetic bandwidth ramping up of your production capabilities, disruptively cutting edge. Everything you need is right there, easily accessible, and since you don't need to endlessly and aimlessly search for some weird part you know you have somewhere, wasting time and energy, your life will be blissful. You're feeling that bliss too, eh?